Let me tell you something, brother. The Macho Man, he says he really liked this podcast that we call the Midwest Midcard, brother.
Welcome, everybody, to the most must-see podcast in podcasting history.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Midwest Midcard podcast.
Episode
Nine. Yeah.
Episode 9. Let's go.
I'm your host. My name is Carlos.
I'm the co-host. My name is Brennan.
And we did a big upgrade here. So, give us some time to get used to this new stuff and see how it goes. Brennan's got the handheld mic so he can cut promos on Vince McMahon every week now.
Bro, I see what you mean, actually. My forearm right now.
It's getting tired? That's why I got you the hour.
I've been, jerking off for hours, bro.
So, if you're listening to us, thank you for listening. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe on the YouTube. Make sure that you follow us on our social media. If you're listening on Spotify or watching, make sure that you save it there. We're on Apple Podcasts. We are on Google Podcasts.
Spotify.
Amazon Music. Anywhere that you can think of. Podbean. I don't know. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we are probably there. And if we are not there, let me know. And then we'll find a way to get us there.
We'll get there. That's right.
Absolutely.
We're excited for another episode of Midwest Midcard.
We just came off of the biggest high with Wrestlemania.
And then the biggest low of Wrestlemania.
Now, so...
Let's just talk about this, bro. Okay. Give me your opinion and just, thoughts on WrestleMania 39.
WrestleMania 39 is a tale of two nights. And I think it's kind of been like that since WrestleMania
when did they start the two nights?
That was 36.
Okay.
36 was the first one. It was whenever they did it from the Performance Center. They had the two nights, and the first night main event was the Boneyard match. The second night main event was Drew versus Brock for the WWE Championship, which technically the actual main event was, which I have no idea, nor do I understand why they did this. They actually had Big Show come out after, and then he had a WWE Championship match against Drew.
What the hell?
I'm not making this up. This is completely legit. This is an actual thing that happened. One of those... I don't know what the purpose of it was. They were just trying whatever, I guess. So I started 36, yeah. And yeah, it was a tale of two nights. Night one ended in a super high note with Sami Zayn and KO winning, finally beating the Usos.
It was awesome.
Ending their 600 plus day reign. They won. I mean, they won cleanly, right?
No, yeah, they did. Absolutely.
There was other good stuff, of course.
It was a good finish. Yep.
Charlotte and Rhea was on night one. Incredible match.
Awesome match, man.
There was a lot of good stuff. Night one. John Cena's so the night one was so good that the lowest point of the pay-per-view, I would say, was the opener. And it wasn't because the opener was bad. It was just that everything else in the show was so good.
It was really good. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just hard to judge against.
It's really sad to see my boy John Cena lose like that, man. Against Austin Theory. But, he's got to put over the young talent, so I understand that. He's done his time and his fair share in the business. So
for sure.
It just sucks to see him lose because he's my favorite. John, I know you're watching this. I love you, man. I'm Chain Gang for life.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Seeing Cena in this, it's weird for sure because you're used to him being there every week, and then whenever he did the Rock thing, he was like, that was his biggest gripe with Rock. It's like, I'm here every week, you're here part time, and now he's doing that same thing.
Absolutely,
it's crazy how things change.
It all comes full circle, man.
Night 2 of WrestleMania was not as good. It was definitely still enjoyable for the most part.
The triple threat match, Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. Honestly, stole the show, bro. Like, that wasn't even like a wrestling. That wasn't wrestling. That was a fucking fight.
Yeah, that wasn't. It's pretty wild. I mean, they were beating the shit out of each other.
The living shit out of each other, man.
Yeah, so I've never seen anything like it. And of course, I mean, this has been talked to death at this point, but we got to the main event. I don't know, man. I wish that I had more to say about it. But what hasn't been said about this main event? The match was actually pretty enjoyable for the most part. I expected to be an overbooked mess because it's a Roman Reigns match.
Absolutely.
Cody's involved.
Yep.
You know, he loves the theatrics.
That's right.
So I expected some sort of like crazy like interference, you know, from the Usos, interference from Solo, all of that I expected. And I don't think that would take away from the match anyway because they're all part of the story at the end of the day.
Yeah.
However, the ending of the match
pissed me off.
And it's not even about Roman winning for the most part. It's just the way he won. He went in there, essentially let somebody else do the dirty work for him, which I guess that has been the thing with Roman for the most part. This just felt so different because it was a simple like Samoan spike from Solo, spear from Roman,
runs
1,
off
2,
both
3.
ropes. He's like hits the ropes, bounces back, goes off the other one, hits it, and this is what gets me. All right, I acknowledge the tribal chief. I do. I acknowledge you. I really do. But leave your goons in the backstage area and win the fight fairly. Don't let your people do it for you. That's the only reason you've kept these titles this long.
And it's not like we all know that Roman can beat Cody. To
Absolutely.
be honest, like,
seriously.
Any time of the day, I would if he beat him, and it took him like 4 spears, whatever it was. I mean, I would understand that he won. It's just, I guess, yeah, it's just more about like the simple Samoan spike, spear, and that's it.
Yep.
And I guess they have been selling the spike as like this big thing, so
yeah,
maybe we're just being stupid, but it was really disappointing, man. But what came after was even more disappointing, and it was Raw, and we still had all high hopes. That the morning of, they were like, "Hey, WWE has been sold to Endeavor. Endeavor is the parent company of UFC." For those that don't know,
which I don't think that's a bad move. I mean, really, I don't. You know, that's cool that they're like together now. The UFC and WDB, you know, they're like UFC and wrestling is cousins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't think it's a bad move. What I think is a bad move is putting Vince McMahon back in charge of creative.
Yeah, that is some grade A bullshit right there.
Bull fucking shit, man. Triple H was in that company, running it, killing it, doing awesome. And you know what? I don't hate Vince McMahon, but his time is up. His time is up, man. He made our childhoods what it was and what it was, you know what I mean? Seriously. I mean, he made it really good. But it's not the move anymore.
No, Vince's days of booking are, I mean, they're way past at this point. And Monday proved that. I think, and part of it is that we were just so used to Triple H just kind of running things. He's got a way of booking things. Not everything he books is perfect. A lot of his booking is just like, it's not, I mean, there's, you know, the stuff with Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley that went nowhere. I can't think things off the top of my head right now, but I can forget all the bad things because there's so many good things.
Absolutely, man.
For sure. And again, no, it hasn't been perfect, but Monday was the most bizarre. It was like a completely different show. It's like the last 8 months never happened.
Bro, it was a whole different vibe, man. It really was. It felt different. And personally, in my opinion, I think it was possibly the worst Raw after Mania that we've had in a minute.
It's got to be up there. Who knows? There might be some earlier Raws that were like not as good. And I'm not even expecting like a big debut or anything like that. But to be fair, we have been conditioned to expect that on the Raw after Mania.
Absolutely.
For at least for the past like 15 years.
Yeah,
or so.
man. Really, right?
That's not like our fault. That's WWE's fault essentially.
Yeah.
And for most of most of the history of this podcast, we've come here, we sang WWE's praises. We did a special about AEW and what AEW needs to improve. And guess what?
Here we are with WWE.
Here we are.
Now, but on the back note of WrestleMania, we did do our predictions for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And, we do want to give a shout out to Logan Crawford on his win and becoming predictions champion. And
I'm going to, I talked to him earlier. I'm going to put that in the video too, that I talked to him. So people will be aware that the predictions championship is now vacant. So it's up for grabs for the next.
And what had happened was actually is so it was me, you, Emily, Taylor, and Logan in on the predictions, and it was what, a 4-way tie?
Yeah, it was like a 4-way tie.
All of us guessed 7 out of the 14 matches correctly, and then it was going to be how many spears did Roman hit in the match. Logan guessed one above how many he actually hit, and that's what got him the win. So, nice job, Logan. I'm sorry we had to vacate your title, but you did a hell of a job, and you will be rewarded for your efforts.
Yeah, I acknowledge you, Logan. Acknowledge you.
You've been rubbing it in my face ever since you won that shit, bro. But guess what? Not on this day, bud.
No, but I definitely acknowledge Logan for getting that. But moving on to Raw. So what a weird show for sure. Now that we got all the frustrations out of the way.
Oh, I'm not done.
Okay.
I'll wait a little bit. Let me just let it brew a little bit.
What a weird show. Started out, Cody was like, Roman, I fucking hate you.
He said it all comes down to one word: rematch.
Yeah, and then he was like, hey, you better give me that. If you don't give me that rematch, I guess you could give me a tag team match. Which, again,
what the baby back bullshit. Brock Lesnar comes out. We're all hyped thinking that this is going to be fucking amazing. Because, Brock, he can't get a rematch from Roman because he's already faced him enough fucking times.
Yeah.
And then, we get this Brock Lesnar that we're all happy and excited to see. And what do you do, Brock? Brock, what do? You fuck with our boy Cody. You destroy him. Bro.
Brock, for sure, he fooled me. And I think it would have been cool to see a tag team match. It was definitely not what I wanted. And it was it was weird for sure. It didn't really make sense to me. But I was like, you know what?
This would be cool. Yeah.
We're going to get a fun tag team match out of it. Who cares?
And, the same thing that's happening to Cody right now happened to 2012 John Cena.
Yeah, I've seen the comparisons.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
John Cena sitting there on the ring, on the stage, just like, I can't believe I just lost. And then, Brock coming out to shake his hand. And then him getting the F5. Brock, you're a dirty dog, man. We got the beast.
Yeah.
Triple H, he kind of, put Brock in the mid-card for a little while. And now that Vince is back in the WWE, Brock is back as the beast incarnate.
Yeah, which, I guess I'm cool with. I don't know if I said this on the podcast or just to you personally, but I was like, you can always put Brock back into like a position if you want to. It's really easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
All he has to do is just beat up someone. I just didn't know he was gonna beat up Cody.
I know, bro. Cody, why him?
What a brutal beating, man. Not even like it wasn't like a fun beating. It was also, again, so weird. He beat him, he left, he came back to beat him again, and then he left again, and then he came back without his gloves, like he was about to like beat his ass again, and then he just flipped him off.
When he kept going backstage, Vince was like, he's not done. He's not done.
Go back out there.
Go beat his ass.
Show that AEW mark.
Literally, man. Like, you're going to turn on us?
It's like, teach him to never build a company without me.
And, Brock somehow got away with the middle fingers.
Yeah. I mean, they were on TV for a good while.
I'm not sure how you got away
seconds.
with that, Brock.
I mean, he's Brock Lesnar. He'll pay the fine. The other thing about now, we're just being cynical again, cynical wrestling fans who would have fucking thought. And to be fair, Cody was brought in by Vince. Okay, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Triple H only took power before SummerSlam, okay? So you can still say, hey, maybe things are going to be okay. Maybe Cody's just doing his Cody thing, being dramatic. It's going a little bit into that whole thing that made people not like him in AEW. However, the AEW crowds are not the WWE crowds.
Absolutely not.
They're completely different crowds. The WWE crowd goes in there and they just want to have fun. They just want to enjoy the show. They're not like waiting to see which talent from New Japan is going to debut next, which we'll get into.
This is kind of how I compare the crowd. So you got, WWE fans, you got AEW fans. WWE fans are more like, the sports fans, people that like sports, football, basketball, all that stuff. AEW fans are kind of like those, fantasy fans.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, that's a great comparison, actually. I'm with you there 100%. Yeah, they are, not liking, but, following AEW requires so much, lore and, knowledge of the lore. Is, things are presented like you will be rewarded for this show if you follow this show. Where in WWE, you can pick it up and you can figure out that's the good guy, that's the bad guy. It's laid out pretty clearly for the most part.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I disagree. And anyway, I don't know, man. It was disappointing. It sucks.
It sucks so bad, man.
This is not the happiest episode of Midwest Midcard.
It sucked the life out of me, man.
And I told Brandon, I was like, man, if this show wasn't in its infancy like it is, we would have taken a week off.
We would have went all elite. Let's just put it that way, man.
So fuck, I don't know, man. The rest of the episode, there's nothing to say about it. There was something really cool though. Bad Bunny's back. He's back in the ring.
Let's go.
He'll probably have a match. They haven't said anything about the match, but he was there on ringside like he was on Mania. Dominic was obviously not happy with him because he interfered, which we didn't even talk about the Rey Mysterio match. Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Dominic, yo, daddy spanked that ass. Got you what you... Ooh, you got what was coming to you, little boy.
Man, for my money, that was the best match of the weekend.
Man, bro. And you know what? I even chose you, Dom. I chose you to win because I wanted that predictions title.
Yeah.
But you know what? Fuck you, Dom.
And you still lost it.
I did.
And I still lost it too, so. But I have the power of booking the show. No, I'm just kidding. Logan.
You are in charge of creative, bro.
No, I got you, man. Logan. I didn't book myself as a champion last time.
No, actually, somehow you did during Revolution.
Yeah, but I got every answer right.
That's what I'm saying. You got everyone right, bro. This dude got everyone right. Fucking crazy, man. You don't want big bucks. He was a betting man.
So, Bad Bunny, he was in ringside again. Dominic was pissed at him. Priest and Bad Bunny were tag team partners in their debut match against Miz and Morrison. So he was like, my boy, man, what are you doing? You need to, you should have just stayed out of it. Grabs him, dumps him on the floor.
Yeah, man.
And then he picked him up and threw him through the table.
Bro, it was a nasty bump, too. That was
insane.
Nasty bump.
Yeah. Man, shout out to Bad Bunny. He's... You know what? Bad Bunny is the biggest artist in the world, which, granted, you don't really listen to him, However, go on Spotify right now, find out who the top artists are. Go on Apple Music right now, find out who the top artists are. One of them will be Bad Bunny. If he is not the top, he is amongst the top.
Okay.
And guess what? He's got time to come to WWE. Dwayne, I'm talking to you.
You let us down.
Yeah, because I'm not referring to you with your slave name anymore, okay? You're Dwayne Johnson to me, okay? The Rock is dead.
The Rock is gone. He retired. We left him back in the Mummy.
The Scorpion King?
The Scorpion King, bro.
Dwayne Johnson, there is no more Rock. There is only Dwayne, okay? If one day you decide to show up and stop your cousin, which, by the way, is running rampant.
Look how you got him all worked up.
Dwayne, I'm sick of it. Bad Bunny is the biggest artist in the world, and he can show up. He can make time in his schedule. Okay, he was there at WrestleMania. He's there at Raw. I can guarantee he's gonna be there next week and the week after and at Backlash. And where were you, Dwayne?
Where were you?
Filming Fast 10? Oh wait, you're not, because you're not in the fucking franchise anymore. Oh, guess what?
Because you won't fucking lose.
Oh. Just make up with Vin. It doesn't.
Yeah, just kiss Vin, all right? That's all you need to do, bro.
Yeah, Dwayne, you're also ruining the Fast and Furious franchise. Okay, so are you gonna ruin the WWE, the Fast and Furious franchise? What else is there for you to ruin?
Our lives.
The Jumanji franchise?
Don't you dare ruin Jumanji, Dwayne.
No, he'll be there.
He'll be there.
That's a big money maker for him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If they don't make money, it don't make sense, which I respect. But also, I don't respect you, Dwayne. Nope. Dwayne Johnson. And by the way, Young Rock, the last season, garbage.
I never watched any of it. Garbage.
And it actually has the stuff that I care about, which is the Attitude Era. Garbage.
You heard it here.
You piece of trash.
Fucking jabroni.
I'm sick of it, man. Dwayne, don't even cross my mind anymore. Okay?
Yeah, don't even come on this brain. Wait, okay. Don't come on my brain.
What are we talking about?
Don't come on my brain.
What were we talking about?
Dwayne, you got your whole family running the WWE while it's a bunch of bullshit. While you're just back sipping your fucking margaritas, eating your big ass breakfasts while letting us down. I'm sick of you.
Yeah, Dwayne, why don't you go sell some more tequila?
Yeah, bro.
Shitty tequila. I haven't tried it. It might not be that bad.
You know what, Dwayne? Why don't you kiss my ass?
Kiss my ass.
Mic drop, but I'm not dropping this because this is nice.
Yeah, we just bought it.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe once we get a new one. Bad Bunny took a table bump. That was pretty nuts, right? You know who's not taking table bumps? Dwayne. That's enough Dwayne talk from today. I'm warning you, Dwayne. If you try to cross my mind again, I will sue.
Fucking, we're hanging it up, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick for all the viewers and listeners at home, got a little Dwayne The Rock Johnson joke for you. How does Dwayne Johnson go to the bathroom?
How?
Oh man, I told it wrong. He Dwayne's his Johnson.
Oh my god. How does The Rock? Yeah, you did.
Rock,
you fucked
bro.
it up. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not editing that. Do you want to retell it?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, let's get to the real one, bro.
I don't even want to talk about WWE anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's your boy, man.
Emily, this one's for you, girl. All right, so my girlfriend, Emily, her boyfriend, Enzo Amore, was let go from MLW.
Hold up.
I'm a rapper.
Ahead. Let me figure this out. Go ahead.
And he was let go, and the reason that he was let go is what I've heard and read is he didn't want to work with the bigger talent. He was being a little complicated. And, you know, if anybody knows Enzo and has watched Enzo in the past, you know he doesn't really get a lot of wins. And I think he's kind of just maybe tired of not winning.
You
honestly.
think so?
Yeah, I think he wants to be put over in a smaller company. But that's just not what he is or what he does.
Yeah.
I love Enzo as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's a talented wrestler. I mean, he's really gifted on the mic. And, you know, he was Cruiserweight champion in the WWE. But you got to give a little, man.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
do. I mean, if you're working with some bigger talents, you got to give. You know, you got to just go out there and just focus on putting on a really good match.
I think that was kind of his problem in WWE too. He thought he was bigger than the WWE. Well, first of all, thinking you're bigger than the WWE is crazy, especially under Vince.
Vince loved him.
I mean, Vince did like him for sure. I mean, he gave him the ball to be the guy to carry a whole show essentially. Which, granted, 205 Live wasn't this big huge show, but he did he was essentially being hey, you're the champion, you're the centerpiece, even though you're not you don't really fit into the model of a high flyer or a super technical cruiserweight. We have you there because you have all this personality, you're he's a top 10 on the mic,
Absolutely.
He's incredible.
His mic skills are top notch, and that's what pushed him to where he was in the WWE. Even when I met him at Big Time Wrestling,
which you did.
I did. I think the picture was posted on episode 8.
Yeah. Episode 7 or 6. Wait, I don't remember.
One of the episodes.
Yeah.
He still was talking trash on the mic there, even, so dude's got the skills. Yeah, he's just a sore loser.
He's got the gift of gab for sure, but I think, a lot of his issues stem from just not wanting to put somebody over. He kind of explained this.
That was a double entendre. Court is the name of the owner of MLW. If I go to court,
Court Bauer.
Take legal action. Yep. I assure you of that. I had nothing but good things to say.
This might not have audio on the video. Actually, I'm sorry.
Experience. Things just don't always last forever, and in the end, like I said, I didn't like the creative direction of burying a guy who had.
So he said he didn't like the creative direction.
I just think it was shisty that somebody put out a bunch of articles. Clearly, I know who the guy who fucking runs the place, right? You put out a bunch of articles Wrestlemania weekend saying that I got fired. Like, oh, that's a low blow. That's bad business, especially when all the conversations we've ever had. You have and I have, and I know what we said to each other, so that just needs to be known.
Well, I mean, I'll stop it right there. Lines up with what you're saying.
Yeah,
creative differences, let's leave it at that.
Absolutely.
He, if you watch the video, which I'll link on the description, he actually was pretty graceful about it for the most part, which is not unlike, it's unlike Enzo for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I mean, a lot of people don't give a fuck about it, so honestly, I brought him up because he's near and dear to your heart. So.
He is. Yeah, Emily loves him. She left him for me, but he brought her back. So
for sure. So I mean, it is what it is with with Enzo. He's I don't know. He'll just find a place where he fits, I guess.
Yeah. I'd like to see him in GCW.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I think that'd be cool. That'd be fun. Like I said, that's the perfect word. It would be fun.
Man, I watched that clip of his debut on Raw with Big Cass. He's like shitting on the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, man. Top notch.
It's so awesome.
It really is, man.
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks that it didn't work out for them. Honestly.
Yeah.
But again, part of it was just Enzo. Part of it was Vince. A lot of things at play.
Just a collective of things that happen, shit just happens the way it's supposed to, man.
Yeah.
On to the main show that actually is good.
The A show.
The A show, yeah. Every Wednesday night, Wednesday and Friday night?
Friday nights, but there's even if WWE starts even if Raw becomes a show where I turn on the TV and they put a piece of shit on the floor and I just have to watch it for 3 hours, I'm still not watching Rampage, okay?
Nope. We just tune in Wednesdays. We don't tune in Fridays, bro.
Nope.
Not on this day, not tomorrow, not the next day, not next year, not now, not then, not forever, not together. We're not doing that shit.
No way I'm watching Rampage on Friday night.
To start off AEW on Wednesday, bro, we had a debut.
The biggest back fumble in WWE history, okay?
They dropped the ball with this one big time, man, because me and you were talking about it in previous episodes.
Jay White has come up a few times.
Jay White is all elite.
Switchblade Jay White, man.
Bro, I was excited. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head him and
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks had a match.
Yeah, it was Juice Robinson.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
He was in the ring with Ricky Starks, and he came to attack. He came to replicate, I guess, what he had done previous weeks back, and Jay White came out for this. I guess not to save, just to attack him a little more.
Yeah, man. Leave my boy Ricky alone.
And then they made it official that Jay White is all elite. So, pretty big acquisition, honestly. I think, again...
You think he'll get a title shot against MJF?
I think that if they don't capitalize on Jay White, they will regret it greatly because my dude's only 30 years old, okay? He's 30 years old. In wrestling being 30, you might as well just be a 16-year-old, man.
Seriously.
He is at the top of his game right now. So a little bit of background on Jay White for those unaware. He started as a young lion in New Japan, and New Japan clearly, the way they do things is they have the young lions. Young lions are presented as like young guys, no gimmick, no personality, nothing. Like it's almost to like black trunks, black boots. Like you're not really allowed to like
some like rookie Cody Rhodes type bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
They come in and then they essentially let him like do their thing. After they get to that, they became Switchblade. Being a foreigner in New Japan, it was easy to just like put him in the Bullet Club, of course. But he started out by himself for the most part. And New Japan had like huge, like they put all of their chips behind this dude. For a long time, people were really just not rocking with him at all. They saw him as almost like a 2015 Roman Reigns in a way. Like it was to that point where he was not, he just wasn't looked at as like the guy. Once he joined the Bullet Club and he started showing personality, he became that dude. Great in the ring, great on the mic. The fact that he didn't go to WWE, it's kind of nuts to me because everything was pointing that he was gonna be there, and I thought he was gonna be Uncle Howdy. I didn't actually think
you
that.
did actually. You did. I mean, that was a prediction that could have been.
I did make that prediction. Look at him with the
no
baby
beard.
face. Yeah.
Wow.
But Jay White is officially All Elite, and we will look back at this episode, and if AEW didn't do anything with him, then they should die. Okay, they should go where WCW is.
Okay, and ECW, bro. No longer a thing.
He will live up to the expectations, though. I think. I'm excited for Jay White for sure. He's a guy that he's one of the few guys in Japan that I was still like really following, doing his thing. Still, I don't know if he's still in the Bullet Club or not. It's kind of weird because the Bullet Club has like a U.S. branch almost, and then like the Japan one. The U.S. one currently has Chris Bay and Ace Austin, and then the Good Brothers were there, but then the Good Brothers went back to WWE.
Yep.
Juice Robinson, and then I guess Jay White now. So I mean, he's gonna be here. He's gonna be in AEW. He's All Elite for sure.
Tune in every Wednesday to see Jay White.
So what do you have? How long do you think it'll take for him to be in the World Championship picture?
So the A show, they do have some WCW ass booking type shit.
Sometimes.
So, I'll give it. Let him get a few matches. Let him get a few good stories under his belt. I'll give it. Let me give it like a month or two.
A month?
Maybe.
I'd probably give it longer than that.
Really?
Yeah, I'd probably say like a year.
Okay.
I don't
Before
know.
he gets a championship match, think so?
Well, not a championship, a world championship match.
Okay.
I think he'll probably beat. I have it on their good authority that he'll probably just beat
TNT.
I think he'll be the one to beat Orange Cassidy for the international championship.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah,
I can see that actually. Truly,
I just don't see. He's the one dude that I don't see Orange Cassidy beating. Which I'm not a fan of Orange Cassidy, for the record.
No,
but
take your hands out your damn pockets.
But I respect
loser.
the gimmick, the commitment to it. So I think that Jay White. I mean, honestly, they could just capitalize on it, and we'll kind of jumping around here, but so All In is like they booked the stadium. It's gonna be in Wembley Stadium, 90,000 seats.
That's a
at
big
Wembley
one.
Stadium.
That's a big one. That's some big old shoes to fill there, Tony.
And that is without the field. So the actual capacity will probably be closer to the hundreds. Can AEW sell out Wembley
Where
Stadium?
did we see it? Where did we go to AEW to watch? Where was we at?
We were at the Heritage Bank Center, formerly known as the U.S. Bank Arena, which
they didn't sell that out.
So my wife Taylor brought that up.
There were seats, a lot of seats still available. Actually,
they had most of the upper bowl closed out. The Heritage Bank Center is a 17,000 seater,
and they're about to sit.
They probably had like, what do you think, like 6,000 people there?
6,000 maybe, yeah. But you got to give it. It's in Cincinnati, So, I don't know.
But Cincinnati is a market that they don't really visit.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand.
It's really hard to gauge, especially because we have no idea what the company is going to be doing then, who's going to be there. Now, wild booking, okay? Like, not impossible, but like something that could potentially happen just with like whatever tools they have available. What main event would you book? What do you think could sell out?
For AEW?
Yeah, like...
it's going to have to be AEW's WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, of course.
So, but what main event show?
So, I think...
Oh, man, that's hard, man. God damn, I have no idea.
Whoever they need to put in the main event is not in the company right now, I don't think.
No, that's 100%. Absolutely.
I've heard, like, if they do CM Punk versus Kenny Omega, they're going to sell it out. Maybe. CM Punk has the star power, but I don't know. Kenny Omega is a big star, but he's a big star in wrestling.
Yeah.
CM Punk is a big star even outside of that because of the UFC stuff. He's done the movies. He's done stuff like that. He's nowhere near like any of the bigger stars, but he is a big star. And wrestling fans do know CM Punk.
CM Punk is ratings. CM Punk gets viewers.
Right,
no matter what he's doing.
I think the CM Punk Kenny Omega match is a big match. I don't think that is the one that's going to sell out the stadium.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think CM Punk's going to come back.
At all?
I really don't believe so.
Well, now they kind of need him.
They do need him, but that don't mean he's going to do it.
Yeah, but how are they going to sell this fucking stadium?
They're going to have to fucking... Tony, you're going to have to fucking figure it out, man.
They're going to have to tarp off like half the stadium. Then there's no point in even running it.
I mean, seriously. I mean, because... them booking this stadium... They obviously have something up their sleeves. Because this stadium is huge. It's the biggest one that they've ever booked.
Oh, yeah. It's bigger than any arena they've ever ran.
So...
Now, I'll say this. The essence of All In... Oh, sorry. This is... I'm sorry. Wait, are they running All In or All Out? Now I'm a little confused.
All
Hold
in
on.
From
so, okay. So, this is All In. Okay. I'm so thrown off by it. Because the so of course the AEW's WrestleMania is All Out. All Out, the name comes from All In. The original All In was the 10,000 seater that Cody, the Young Bucks, and Hangman was involved at the time. That's whenever they told Dave Meltzer, hey, we can sell this arena. We'll prove it to you. It's going to be independent wrestling. ROH was involved with it, but for the most part, it was just like an independent wrestling show in a 10,000 seater. And they were able to sell it out. They were putting All In, like everything in that they have, they were putting. That's where the name comes from, All In.
Gotcha.
So the essence of All In is back with All In and Wembley Stadium, but what can they possibly do?
They're gonna have to pull some fucking magic out of their ass, man.
I just don't.
Because even WrestleMania, so the possibility of selling out at Wembley Stadium, highly unlikely. Because even at WrestleMania, the maximum number of people that they had in the crowd was 86,000 or something, some kind of bullshit, some huge number. But it wasn't that. So you got to give, AEW their fan base versus WWE's fan base. And I don't know. It's over in another country, right? Wembley
That's the other thing. So that's in the UK. So you can also rely on the UK being like a new market. They don't get to see AEW. There are a lot of really passionate fans over there.
Absolutely.
And they'll show up to it, especially because it's so accessible. And if you live outside of the UK, you can go to the UK kind of easily. So if you want to commute, essentially, if you want to take a train, you can do that if you're in a different country that's in Europe.
So if it's 90,000 people that could fit in the stadium, if I could give a guesstimate of how many people are going to show up, I want to make the number high, but at the same time, I just don't know. So I'm gonna have to go maybe my top number is 45 to 50,000.
That's where I was at. I was thinking probably 50. Yeah. I really want this to work out, of course. I'm just a little concerned because they are putting it all in to make this work, essentially.
Yep, absolutely.
But do they have the tools to do it? As of right now, I don't think so. Unless MJF gets super hot, and if they're gonna take him as a champion, I mean, they would have to bring in Goldberg for sure.
Even then, I don't think it would get the push that they need to get that big of a crowd. The way that they're gonna have to do this, and this is just my opinion, Tony Khan, you can listen to this. Take my advice if you want. They're gonna have to fucking pay CM Punk a lot of money, and he's gonna have to come back. They're gonna have to sign some people that are big names.
So Drew's contract is coming up.
Drew's contract is coming up. Might do it.
I think it would be really awesome to
That
have
would
Drew
be
in AEW.
pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I know you love the guy.
I'm not a fan of Drew, but I do respect Drew.
Yeah.
I do. You have to. Guy was given a hell of a, he was given a pretty shitty deal with becoming WWE champion during COVID times. So AEW is going to have to sign people that are big names that aren't currently in the company to get a big pop, to get this crowd hyped for All In at Wembley Stadium. That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, I don't.
Bold move, Tony Khan. Bold move.
And I think the funny something funny that I saw is that his family actually owns a stadium, so I don't know why. Yeah, so Fulham FC, which is a English club, soccer, football.
Yeah.
It's not a huge venue. I think it's only 20,000. But they have a stadium, so they could have ran that for free.
Seriously, this whole time.
So I don't know, but they wanted to do Wembley, because I guess that's where WWE ran SummerSlam. So, shout out to Brett and the British Bulldog. Zach said, I'm like, Zach, what can they do to sell at Wembley Stadium? He's like, I guess they gotta bring in the British Bulldog.
Yeah, bring him back from the dead, man.
That's the only way, man.
Oh man, moving on. Still some AEW. We got my boy, MJF, singing his heart out in his hometown, man.
Perform Pennies from Heaven.
He did awesome.
He did a good job. This was one of the best AEW segments ever.
MJF was out here full time facing it in his hometown, bro.
Yeah.
He was not the evil person that he was. Miss Benedict.
It was weird it was definitely weird to see him like that. This was an insane segment. You know what? All of Dynamite was great, to be fair.
It was pretty good.
It was a fun show.
It was better than Raw after Mania.
It was the one time they could have had a good show. They had a good show.
Good job.
This is when it mattered. So props to Tony. And
it's their first show since Mania, right?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, AEW. Props to you.
It was a fun show. I want to tune in next week to see what happens, of course. So.
Absolutely, man. Yep.
That's the biggest, and we haven't talked about AEW for probably 2 or 3 weeks at this point.
Yeah, man. So hats off to you.
MJF, it's insane. They ran an angle with Jungle Boy
and fucking Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, nobody wants to see Sammy as the champion.
Oh, he's so annoying, man. Sammy, you're annoying, bro. All he kept saying, I'm your next AEW champion. No, you're fucking not, dude.
He's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Who are you?
He's like, is that a threat?
Yeah, you just beat up on our boy Commander.
Yeah.
Job him out after we love Commander.
Shouts out to Commander, man.
Commander, you should have got that dub, bro.
Yeah. Time to go back to Mexico, man.
Go fight in GCW. I think he won in GCW that night.
No, he took the L.
Well, shit. I'm sorry.
It was cool to see him, though.
Yeah.
He's a spectacle.
It just, okay, so this is my beef. The match that Sammy Guevara and Commander did have, I felt like I watched it 100 times.
What, you think they were repeating spots?
Just repeating spots and spots and spots. Like, come up with something, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's Lucha Libre is also lucha is so different from regular like American professional wrestling, and people don't realize because they watch the highlights and they're like, well, I mean, the Young Bucks can do stuff like that, right? Well, yes, but also like lucha libre matches are structured in like a way that it's like spot, 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 and also the fans of lucha understand the structure of lucha matches.
Okay.
Like they understand like there's gonna be setup, someone's gonna kind of be like waiting for the other guy. It's all part of the show.
I don't think a single Hurricane Rana in that whole match.
Yeah. Did he do the rope walk?
Like 40 times. That's what I'm saying. I watched this match like 100 times, man. He did it. He did the rope walk. Sammy Guevara would just be chilling. Just like, ouch, my back. And then Sammy's like, you know what? Or Commander's like, you know what? It's time to rope walk.
I fuck with Commander heavy.
Absolutely.
But, I don't know. We'll see. So far, I will say, this 4 pillars thing with MJF, Darby, Sammy, and Jungle Boy is definitely not doing it for me.
No.
MJF is doing some good work. He did some good work this week. But the whole thing, it ain't it.
It's not it. And then he's like, you guys want to hear you guys want to do this again? You know what I mean? And then he was like, shh, we fucking practiced this like 5 times, MJF said, and then ended up being Jungle Boy. And Jungle Boy, what the hell? What punches were you throwing?
Yeah.
You were throwing haymakers like Tori Wilson versus Lita, bro. Like, what's going on here, man?
Triple H would be very disappointed in your punches.
He would, bro. You need to go to the school of Triple H.
Yeah. He'd be like, good snap. No, actually, he wouldn't be like, good snap. He'd be like, what the fuck does he say?
Oh, in that video? Yeah. I don't remember what he says either, man.
He's like, your balls are hanging out also, by the way.
Yeah, he did. Let's see your nuts. Yeah, something like that, man. Yeah. But
you should have told Vince that whenever he sat down and put the headset on. Your nuts are hanging out.
Yeah, Vince. Vince.
Hit him with a pedigree.
We're still on AEW, man. I'm not ready to go back to that point of my life.
Dude. So this was not a huge announcement, but Jake Cargill versus Billy Starks this week. It may already happen when this releases. For the TBS Championship.
No way.
Yes.
Our girl, Billy?
Yeah.
Let's go, Billy. You got to get that dub, girl.
Shouts out to Billy. You haven't even graduated high school.
Shout out to Billy Starks, man. We've seen her a few times at some events we've been to. Love Billy, man.
Yeah, Billy's great. She's killing it, man. And now no way she beats Jake Cargill. But
no.
It's cool that she's getting the the little
she's getting some
hat
hype,
tip.
A little bit of hype behind her, man. That's awesome, man.
I mean, she's gonna end up in AEW. I think so.
Yeah.
They'll probably hire her.
I like to see her in WWE though.
That's a back fumble if WWE doesn't grab her before AEW does.
Vince, Triple H, whoever the fuck is running the show at the time, grab Billy.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like your next like Sasha Banks, man.
Yeah, Billy's great.
That's a bold prediction because Sasha Banks is good. She might be your next like.
I don't know who to compare her to.
Give me like a Bianca.
Oh damn, that's some high praise for Billy.
Yeah. All right, so. But Billy, Billy, you killing that shit, girl. Keep it up, man.
Yeah, Billy would be like a crazy like underdog kind of like.
Maybe like a beginning Bailey.
Yeah. We'll
That's
see.
Pretty good.
Space Jesus, man. Billy Starks.
Know what I'm saying?
Competing against Jade Cargill. So last but not least, okay, the most insane match. Starting. Well, I guess there were a lot of like. This was the most WWE match in AEW that I've seen in quite some time. Actually,
absolutely, man.
The tag team match. It was a lot of like shenanigans.
Career versus titles.
Yeah. So
FTR versus the Guns.
FTR came out. They were doing their thing. The Guns came out to many men.
Bold move on their part, dog. Let me tell you what. That is crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. They came out to many, man. I was like, when I heard it, I heard the I was like, what? I was like, is somebody playing this? Am I going crazy?
How much did you pay 50 Cent to play the song, man?
Well, that was that was a crazy grab to get many, man. I mean, it's so weird because it's been so prevalent recently. That John Cena video.
No, bro. Literally, man.
Yeah, it's weird that we've been talking about many men recently, and then they came out
Guns
to it.
play, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But shout out to FTR on the win.
Mhm.
Good move.
Yeah.
Good move.
I had a feeling they were gonna go back to WWE, but they probably changed their mind. You know, like a lot of people.
Like, oh shit, Vince is back.
I saw
Fuck this.
It was like a joke text that it was like text to Tony Khan, and it was from FTR that was like, "All right, boss, what are we doing next week?" And then it was like one from like Andrade that said, "What the fuck? I love Sammy Guevara now." It's like all the people that were disgruntled are like happy with Tony now.
Yeah, man.
So during the match, the Guns actually tried to get disqualified. They did like a low blow, in front of the ref. I think it was on Dash, and the ref was just like, "Oh man, come on up." He was about to call for the bell whenever Dax stopped the ref. So then, match kept going. They eventually won. Again, good match. A lot of shenanigans, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of character work, which I love to see. Okay, I like a Young Bucks match, but sometimes I just want to see some just regular pro wrestling.
Yeah, man, and also sometimes I don't really want to see 36 super kicks in one match.
For sure. The Usos at WrestleMania.
Slapping that leg, bro. You gotta have a fucking welt on your leg after you get done, man. Shit.
Oh, man.
But, AEW, you know what? Episode 9, this is for you. You guys really killed it this Wednesday. You really did, man.
Yeah.
So,
and we are this close from becoming an AEW podcast.
Yeah. We're about to be all elite Midwest.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, man. Another good week in wrestling.
Another good week? Hardly.
Yeah.
Another bad week.
Another wrestling. That's all I'm gonna say. But still live, laugh, love, and wrestle. And you know what? If you're ready, I'm ready.
Sure, let's go. Let's do it. I know what's coming.
You know what's coming, but I'm gonna let everybody know that we got another episode of Who's That Wrestler coming in at you at episode number 4. We got the old handy dandy skibbity bee bop. Piece of paper. You're gonna get 5 wrestlers, 3 hints apiece. You gotta guess who they are. All right, people in the comments section, everywhere that's watching and listening. You know what? If you're just thinking and you're just watching, driving in your car, you're like, you know what? I think I know who that is. Say it in your head. Say it out loud.
Yeah.
Give us some hype. Show us some love, man. Let's go. Wrestler number 1, giving you a debuted in WWF in 1984 as a manager to Dr. D and Paul Orndorff.
What the fuck?
One of wrestlers' most recognizable stars and never won a world title.
He never won a world title.
Never won a world title.
Oh, I think I know who this is.
Yeah,
wait, no, you say he was a manager or he was...
Yep, he debuted in 1984 as a manager to Dr. D and wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Interesting. Okay.
And he was also one of wrestlers' most recognizable stars, and he never won a world title.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any guesses?
The only person that I know that was not a world champion off the top of my head is Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect.
That is incorrect. The last one, this will probably give it away. He was in a boxing match at WrestleMania 2, and he lost.
A boxing match? Is this Rowdy Piper?
This is Rowdy Piper.
Let's go.
Good job. I knew that was going to give it to you, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Roddy
Piper, man. Where did he come up? Oh, so have you ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Nope.
So he's a regular on that show. Well, he has a character that has been in a few episodes.
R.I.P. the boy.
Rest in peace to Roddy Piper, man. One of the best to ever do it.
Absolutely.
He plays the Maniac. The Maniac is a old wrestler that like wrestles in like independent shows, but he clearly has like PTSD.
Oh no, that's funny.
And
no, do you like that show, Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh yeah,
I've never watched it.
You should watch it.
I love me some Danny DeVito though. Like if I was ever gonna cheat on my girlfriend, it'd be with Danny DeVito.
Dude, Always Sunny is so fucking funny.
Okay.
The first Danny DeVito isn't coming until the second season, but you can honestly just grab any episode and watch it and enjoy it. The premise is it's like people, 5 friends that own a bar, and 4, and then Danny DeVito own a bar, and they are always trying to think of like get rich quick schemes. So they're just trying to like make money somehow, some way. In the episode with Roddy Piper though, and one of the most memorable ones that I like is the one where they they start the show watching Hulk Hogan, and then they're like, we should put on a wrestling show. You know what? I don't want to tell you much because I want you to watch it. We should do we should watch it and then we should review it on on a separate clip, like a separate video for the
I'm down.
for the channel. Yeah, it's a great episode, and so Roddy Piper plays this like crazy like wrestler guy named the Maniac. Okay. And like I said, he clearly like he's
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. On to the next wrestler. Wrestler number 2, hit number 1, debut in WWF in 1980. Manager's name was the Grand Wizard. And he was the WWF commissioner from 1997 to 2009.
I don't know if you get Wizard this is like that's like the KKK leader. Right?
Yep.
What was the first hint?
Debuted in WWF in 1980.
And he's like 1980. He was a commissioner until 2009.
From 97 to 2009.
Like a shoot or like was he in storyline the commissioner?
Nope, no storyline. Nope.
What the fuck? I mean, I can only think of like one of the Stooges, either like Jack Briscoe or
nope,
Pat Patterson.
Nope.
Who the hell is this? William Regal? No, you already asked William Regal before.
Yep.
In this very show.
And who's that wrestler? Yes, I did.
So, commissioner. Is this Mick Foley?
In 1980?
Cactus Jack?
No, he debuted in WWF in 1980.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, he was not. He was probably in like Texas or something. Wrestling.
He had some big matches with Bob Backlund back in his prime.
Like the person that you're telling me?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Bret Hart?
No. If you don't know, this one is a toughie.
That's so difficult. Why can Johnny Ace.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck. I have no idea.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
Bro, we saw that dude at BTW.
I know. He didn't even cross my mind.
Yep. Sergeant Slaughter, bro.
Crazy. I had no idea. Yeah.
All right. 1 of 2 so far. Wrestler number 3. You might not know this. This is a 4-hander because you might not know one.
Okay.
Tried out for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1995. Did not make the team. Was offered a 10-year contract in 1996 by Vince, but it fell out because he did not want to lose.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to lose matches. So Vince dropped it.
Okay, he tried out for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
In 95, didn't make the team.
Yeah, so far I got nothing.
Hint number 3. His official debut in WWF was in 1998. Hint number 4. He sucked.
Is this Kurt Angle?
This is Kurt Angle,
oh,
bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Should have not given me that last hint.
I know.
I had no idea about So Vince wanted him in.
In 96, Vince signed he offered him a 10-year contract.
When did he win in the Olympics?
So, actually, I know this, actually. It was after he won the Olympics in 96, Vince then offered him a contract.
Yeah, 1996.
Yep.
Have you seen the actual, like, what happened?
Honestly, it's yeah.
Okay. So, for those that don't know, he was fighting an Iranian dude. The Iranian dude was, like, sure he won. And when they're, like, telling that the judge was going to lift one or the other hand, he was, like, putting his arm up, and the judge was, like, trying to, like, put it back down. He eventually lifts Kurt's arm, and Kurt is like, oh my god, and he's like so happy. He's like, this is for my dad, whatever.
Yeah, man.
All types of shit. The Iranian dude is like livid. He's like going to the judges table. He's like giving them shit. To this day, if you go on the YouTube video, there are comments from people from Iran like complaining about this.
Still to this day.
This meant a lot to them.
Absolutely, man.
So Kurt is not welcome in Iran. I mean, to be fair, a lot of Americans probably aren't.
Yeah. But, yeah. Kurt, you a beast, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are currently
2-1.
2-1. Wrestler number 4. Made his debut in 1996 as Sexton Hardcastle.
I know this one. You don't even have to tell me. This is the rated R superstar Edge.
Yeah, that's right.
What were the other hints?
The other hints has won the second most championships in WWE history.
Yeah, I had this shirt that came out, I think after he retired or right before he retired, that had like all his accomplishments in the back.
That's pretty badass.
It's pretty cool.
Shout out to Edge, man.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland, shout out to you. Hint number 3 was he won the IC title against Jeff Jarrett in 1999.
Oh, I would have never. If you started with that and didn't tell me a Sexton Hardcastle thing,
I
would have never
known Sexton Hardcastle.
Oh, I know the Sexton Hardcastle. Come on, that name is ridiculous.
3 for 4, bro.
He had another name. Damon something.
Damon Stryker.
Damon Stryker.
Damon Stryker.
Even worse.
Yeah, man, that was terrible. Sexton Hardcastle. Who the fuck came up with that? Probably Vince, bro. What kind of shit is that?
Ass. Wait, one of the names is from WCW. I think Damon Stryker.
Damon Stryker's from WCW.
It's awful.
It's like Matt Stryker, bro.
It's not even like Edge. And like who? I don't know who came up with Edge, but that's he got so lucky. He struck gold with Edge.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Wrestler number 5. Debuted in 2005. Lost his first match against Finlay. Started his career off undefeated, and then he lost against Finlay.
Have you already asked me this one?
Nope.
Okay.
Was the ECW champion.
First match he lost was against Finlay after having an undefeated streak. Is this not Bobby Lashley?
Good job.
I knew that. You already asked me this.
I don't think I asked you Bobby Lashley.
What the fuck? How do I know this?
Hold up, crowd and listeners. We're going to go back through these.
Let's look at the tape. Well, actually, we can just look at the paper. Look at all these papers.
This is WrestleMania trivia.
We're doing this live right now.
We are doing this live. Just hold on.
Viscera, Christian, Brother.
I think
Love.
William Regal was.
Well, then how do I know the Finlay stat?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Draws.
Draws.
ECW original.
You've never asked me this.
Where'd Finlay come from? Did not want to win titles. European champion. Fired for sexual. This is the Enzo one. Very special nephew.
That's like the first one.
Yeah, this is okay. This is.
I have no idea. I just remember you telling me about Finlay ended Bobby Lashley's winning streak. Which, by the way, so random. Like, Finlay's cool, but no. You know what? We'll go back to the tape. We'll figure it out. Okay. Actually, no, you know what? And this is like a backstage thing. I've made clips for.
Oh, what it was is Finlay was he was an answer on the guest.
That's it.
Beat Bobby Lashley to win.
There we go.
Let's go. Went full circle there, boys.
There we go.
Boys
Didn't even know. You gotta do your own research about your own stuff.
You
know. Okay, so thank you for that.
Absolutely.
And thank you for joining us for another episode of Midwest Midcard. If you enjoy the video, already said at the top of the show what you can do, and leave us a review and
give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a love, give us a live, give us a laugh, give us a wrestle.
Yeah, let me know if there's anything annoying in the sound wise, production wise.
Yeah, just let us know.
And I'll try my best.
These are new mics, we're just trying them out. They are pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm the co-host, Brennan. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow me on all social media platforms at grownassbaby26. But most importantly, follow us on Midwest Midcard on all platforms. Mm-hmm. We really appreciate the love and everybody listening, tuning in, watching, and that's what matters the most is our fans. So you know what? Much love, y'all. Appreciate you.
Yeah, my name is Carlos. I am Air Carlos 97 on every single platform in the world. Anything you can think of, look me up. If you want to look me up on Pornhub.
That's, bro, you took those words right out of my
I'm probably not there. I would be there under an alias. Sexton Hardcastle.
You'd be on there, BBC.
Yeah, even if I was there, I would not be there out in the open like that.
Yeah, bro.
But thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Episode 10's coming up.
Yeah.
Episode 10.